Peace, peace, peace. 4:44. Woke up. Nice meditative state. And when your soul speaks, spirit has you rise. Divine messages. So I like to talk about crystals and freshly picking them from the lands off the Missouri River. And oh yeah, so hit my comments up, my Facebook business page, Ancient Universal Prophets, for beautiful souls that would love to purchase some of these raw, freshly picked crystal quartz. Have petrified wood, which they call terrestrial food. Now, we know terrestrial food, so it's definitely a powerful celestial crystal. And with it being brown, petrified wood, it is a earth star chakra crystal. So I have a lot of raw crystal quartz charging. Everybody know you could turn a crystal quartz into any crystal, yo. On the moons, switch them up. So with that, the petrified wood being an earth star chakra, I said it's an honor. So beautiful souls that want to round, get some freshly picked raw crystals off the lands. It's an honor. But this clip right here, it's us flowing with our authenticity, and to keep evolving. It shows doppelgangers versus the initiates. Our pure love and authenticity for self brings more activations, more genes alive within self. It's law. And with it being law, if you are not at your frequencies of authenticity, what levels are you at? This is still deep. Let's realm deep. When we're talking about pure love and your authenticity, when beautiful souls get distracted from their own authenticity, it happens. I've been there. You go back to self. You ground. Soon as you put your bare feet on the grass, feel you, not what's around you, not anyone else's thought patterns, not anyone else's feelings. Feeling you. How do you feel? Now, when you get to that state of feeling you, now you can evolve more in your authenticity. Now let's get to the deep topic at hand when we're talking about doppelgangers. When beautiful souls see another beautiful soul's authenticity due to envy or hatred, don't want to talk about it though. Because if it wasn't envy or hatred, you would be in self and focused on you and the divine unity that would align you to another beautiful soul to do business. Though, if there is hatred and you can speak and belittle another beautiful soul with low vibrations, frequencies, and energies, this goes back to the basics. I've put it on here, channel messages. What are you playing host to? This is deep now, man. So many different paradigms, so many different timelines, so many different densities. Ashe, 444 on the time. With that being said, so many of them. Which one are you in? Are you in your own, or are you in the one that an entity or an energy has pulled you into due to your distractions of someone else's authenticity. Hmm? Are we ready to talk about it? Mm-mm. Beautiful souls got to understand that's how law works. It's truly how law works. Beautiful souls. Research, earth angels, healers, psychic mediums, beacons of light. Though the biggest test at hand is when you get one in your presence, baby. How will you react? Hmm? And that alone, with your intuition intact, yes, following your heart, doing what is true to your heart. Didn't say the mind. The heart is much powerfuler than the mind. The soul is much powerfuler than the mind when it comes to the mind and vibrations, frequencies, and energies from any other beautiful soul. If you are not aware, can come in. That's where overthinking comes about. If beautiful souls are projecting thought patterns all around you and you're not able to block them, transmute them, then these are the deep topics at hand where we get doppelgangers versus initiates. All that adds up when there's a lot of beautiful souls doing copying and pasting. We see it. We stand our ground and stay focused on our vibrations, frequencies, and energies around us, and shining a light. Don't nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk. It's it's so many different worlds out here, and to just keep flowing with your purity. There is no race. Deep channel message the other day when I was in nature. There is no race. And for beautiful souls to say, hear me on this, when beautiful souls can literally tell you that there is only 144,000 chosen ones, lets you know their levels of consciousness. This has nothing to do with it. When we're talking about the law of the all and oneness and gods and goddesses, 144 is within all of us. That's all chakras that are to be activated completely during Aquarian season so you can walk around here and levitate at command. Are we ready to talk about it? We're talking about these divine mother frequencies, divine papa frequencies. It's with purity, saying it with purity and the oneness. Definitely the oneness to understand at hand what beautiful souls are going through. Oh, the power in that transmuting and detachment. Not to attach yourselves. You don't want to attach yourselves. When you attach yourselves, you're feeling what they're feeling. It's not your feelings. Deep channel message for someone, and this goes for family too. When family are feeling things, it's not your feelings. Activating your abundance. Healing beautiful souls at command. You've got family members that work at McDonald's or something and will literally project that energy on you. Oh, you got to work hard to get money. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's the matrix at hand. There's a lot of beautiful souls that do yoga and tap into the chakras to enhance their abilities and gifts, and that is divine abundance alone. And what we come here at hand during Aquarian season to evolve in. So yeah, that's why there's a lot of no hiring signs still, and why there shall be all the way into progressing to Dynasty Zero. I love to talk about Dynasty Zero. That's my Facebook group page. 1001 as above, so below. Eucalyptic Dynasty Zero vibes. This group, I put fruit. Most of what I do on Facebook, I'm speaking fruit. Though I had to learn to set boundaries. Baby, it's all fun and games until you're projecting some low vibrational energy, and then when it gets pushed back at you, you don't know how to handle it. Ashe. So let's talk about it a little bit. If you don't have children, you have a business. You have divine creations for the nations and nations to come. For beautiful souls to even allow energies in to grasp the aspect to stop another beautiful soul's life path that they are destined to live. For that to be reciprocated back at you has no bounds, has no limits when it comes to purity. Realm with me if you shall. Ancient times, Ashe, Aset, Ashe, Sekhmet, Ashe, Bastet, Ashe, Nefertiti. When we're talking about divine gods and goddesses, when we did spells, rituals, ceremonies, how we twist our locks, self-love, spells and rituals, how you cleanse, self-love, spells and rituals, affirmations, mirror affirmations, meditating, yoga, self-love, spells, ceremonies, and rituals. Now, when you get to a low state of it, from playing host, because something has came in and took you from the self-love, spells and rituals, to turning with that energy and doing it to someone else. And while you're doing it with someone else, this energy is now in your vessel, flowing. Now, what is this energy? Is it lust? Is it zeal? Is it envy? Is it hate? Is it vengeance? What is this low energy that you're allowing to flow in your vessel? And the more it stays, the more it corrodes. You ready to talk about it? And as it's in the vessel, as you're doing a spell or ritual to another beautiful soul, and as that energy that's in you, okay, yep, gonna go on and eat on somebody else's soul. As soon as you do it, boom, it's ready to go. As soon as it goes, and it's coming. This is a being of pure love, and ones of purity that are at power. You feel it as soon as it comes. With your purity, looking and feeling this low vibrational frequency and energy in its face, and return to sender at command with your purity. Your purity, your love for all beautiful beings, no matter where they stand within their souls. 1414. So all this adds up to evolvement, enlightenment, ascensions, cells within self activating on a daily basis, all day, every day, at a rapid rate. All this adds up. So yes, a lot of beautiful souls are reaching demise. You get lost when you're a doppelganger. You can get lost. It's not you. It's someone else's authenticity that you're stealing. And interesting thing enough, it's like, oh, why it ain't working? Why my spell ain't working? For one, it's supposed to be on self. For two, it went back to sender for the simple fact that as soon as the energy or entity sees the purity, it cannot go in purity. Hmm? If it's energy of envy, hate, lust, as soon as it comes, there's no envy, hate, or lust here. Return to sender. And when it goes back with purity, feeling that purity, it be shaking and whoof, fly back to you. It didn't work. And this is a channel message for someone. This is how this works. It's not us. This was never meant for our culture. When we're talking about Aset, Bastet, Sekhmet, Nefertiti, when we're talking about supreme, divine, feminine beings, this is not the culture. This is not what our ancestors and our people did. Now, when we talk about divine copying and pasting, where they got the scrolls from and turned things into books, that's where you get these energies just moving around and playing. Now let's go a little further back in Akasha when we're talking about angelic beings and radiation and everything flying everywhere out of control just because people want to mess with Mama Gaia and the energy grids. Crystals and moons. 3. Are we ready to talk about it? I've put in this content before. It was too high of a frequency for Facebook. Had a few beautiful souls that resonated with it because they were already at a high frequency. When we're talking about Atlantis, Talos, Lamidia, we meditated so deeply in a meditative state, turning mercury into gold, creating children in the womb at a meditative state. Look it up. Look it up. Because our divine gods knew when they put their penis into a divine feminine womb, how it would react in divine feminine's womb with her power. Gods knew this. So, with gods knowing this and the universe knowing that we are at a meditative state to meditate, to conceive, you can meditate and turn mercury into gold. You can meditate and conceive a child. That's why they talk about golden child. So that topic right there is at a high frequency when we're talking about Atlantis, Lamidia, Talos, and divine, feminine. Now, this is at a higher density. Now, when we're getting to Egyptian, Kemetic, now we're getting to another density where what they talk about beer. The beer has hops in it. Our ancestors danced, celebrated. Where do you think they got sex parties from? When it comes to royalty, everybody just dancing, celebrating. Royalty sits, observes. Whatever royalty felt to entertain, royalty would get up and flow to it. When it was done, royalty got up and came back and sat at the designated position. And at that designated position, was at the throne. And these are channel messages. This is deep. This is beyond the channel message because this is a dream. I'm looking at the dream, y'all. The dream I had. I asked literally the universe and the ancestors to show me more of my Egyptian bloodline and what I was doing. And in that, oh, y'all, when I tell you, it's so much stuff they left out for a reason. And all that adds up when it comes to the temples, on the boats, coming to us on the Nile. You just couldn't come off the Nile, baby. The pictures, they made it look easy. That's why when people are on rafts, literally juking and jabbing through all those stones up under there, all those crystals. You had brass, you had tin, you had copper, you had silver, you had gold, fire. They don't talk about this. When you on that boat and you going through each of them, you're going through different densities to get to the higher density. When you were to present yourselves to us, you had to be at a high frequency to even be in our presence. Now, when you left and you allowed low vibrations, frequencies, and energies to come and set in, oh, I got to have what they got. Doppelgangers versus initiates. That all goes back to what's going on right now at hand. It's not a race. Your pure love allows you to flow. Ancestors, give me a name. Universe, give me a name. Filling it with your heart. As soon as you get a name, research. And I mean research thoroughly. And when you know you love the color purple. Love this. You know you love the color purple. And certain foods you eat. What do you do? What are your passions? Okay. Ashe did God. So, Kanam was divine God of creations. Kanam gave life to beings from clay. When I understood my deep love for clay and creating clay creations, Kanam, divine God, Kanam. Show y'all some more. I'll show you the ancestors wanted me to show. These are cement. These are clay. These are cement. Has my hands. Cowrie shells. Keep flowing with your authenticity, especially when you know who you are. No one can tell you who you are unless you give them your energy to do so. So, honest, peace, respect to self, and activating more genes and cells within self. So, I do African masks as well. This one is out of clay. In honors of Eshu, in honors of Shango, Ashe. So, that being said, for beautiful souls, like I said, my business page, Aquamarine, the third eye, Ashe. And like I said, on my business page, Ancient Universal Prophets, you can purchase or order it, because everything I do customly. Kana, Ashe. And doing these things custom, it's just the passion in it. This is what I love doing. And the more I evolve, the more I embrace more abilities, talents, and gifts. That's what this journey is about. So, mass. Oh, channel message. It came in hot. Beautiful souls. Understand. Let's understand something. Who said you need a Ifa or a Baba to feed your head? So, with that being said, I make pottery. I make pots so that you can feed your Ori, your Ifa on your own. If you know how to properly give offerings to your ancestors, you can have a pot made and you can give your offerings to your ancestors yourself. Let's start talking about these things. No more giving our energy away to beautiful souls that are resonating with it. So, put the content. When I got the call to put the content, I definitely put it on here about how certain Ifas and Babas work for Queen Elizabeth and why when beautiful souls get an Ifa or Baba in their inbox, they innately feel it's a scam. They feel the Queen Elizabeth, they feel the reptilian energy on the Ifas and Babas instantly. Though these Ifas and Babas are just doing their tasks at hand, the job and the money, and certain rituals that they do, okay? So, sacrifice. Let's run a little deeper now. Sacrifice. Divineness of sacrifice is sacred. Sacrifice, cutting it down, is sacred. So, you're doing a sacred ritual or ceremony. This is sacred. It has nothing to do with sacrificing someone. Now, when they're killing an animal for the sacredness of another being, and then to tell us, talking to us, come on, let's feel this, in the knowing, let's feel it with our consciousness. When it comes to animals, being our animal ancestors, literally spirit totems now. If they're a spirit totem, how is it easy to sacrifice them? Somebody listen to Divine Feminine come through. And come through strong. How is it? Now, when it comes, I'm going to go back to it. When it comes to sacrifice and sacred, sacrificing for a sacred being. Now, when we're talking about a beautiful soul that has been pulled into depths that they were not meant for, paying for services to pull them out of the darkness that they were not meant for. That's a deep topic at hand when we're talking about sacrificing for a sacred being that is sacred. Now, if you're just sacrificing for a spell or ritual that you have been distracted to do, goes back to the beginning. So we have to understand why beautiful souls sacrifice and to understand the meaning of sacrifice. All that add up. All this add up. Especially with our oneness. No one is to be here to be doing this foolishness. So, when they are doing it, be aware with your intuition. Move around. Just move around. It's, when I rose 4:44 and to literally get the call, like beautiful, it's a lot of beautiful. So like my Facebook friendship list is small, and it's only small right now because you gotta let out the old to let in the new. You ain't gotta have 5,000 people on your Facebook page, especially during these times. It's a lot of copying and pasting. Beautiful souls don't want to go within. All you got to do is meditate, do some yoga, 20 minutes on each. That's 40 minutes out of 24 hours they give you in a matrix-driven day. Oh, y'all, within this past 48 hours, yesterday I was like, today Saturday? It's Saturday. It's chilling and resting anyway. Soul and spirit told me to chill. Ooh, y'all, we could talk some stories, baby. We could talk some stories. Like, especially when it's dealing with earth angels and the certain tasks at hand that earth angels do, especially when you're truly listening to spirit in the universe. Y'all, we could talk about the topics with Ifas, Babas, Ifa Sola, how beautiful souls will literally race, manipulate for their fame. It's not a race. It's not to be manipulated with fame. With your authenticity, it comes easily and effortlessly. Easily and effortlessly. Ain't no more sugarcoating, y'all. So yeah, I'm grateful, y'all. It's an honor to talk about some of these battlefields at hand that I have went on, and some of the things I have seen beautiful souls do in the knowing that they were playing host to vibrations, frequencies, and energies. To even see beautiful souls that call themselves healers are not at a specific frequency, so energy's just coming in from everywhere. Us being healers, evolving and keeping our energies up, are to feel when these things are coming in and to transmute, to be able to send it back to its natural habitat so it don't keep going in these vessels, baby. That's Earth Angel love for you. Deep topic at hand. So if you're sending it back to its natural habitat and beautiful souls still want to feel envy, hate, lust, that's why it's still on the energy grids. Are we ready to talk about that one? So all this adds up, beautiful souls. This earth angels, y'all already know we reign. Speak our truths. Align. Bearing fruits. And keep evolving. Y'all already know. Always love. Light. Phenomenal healing. Peace.